Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
What's good, y'all? It's your man Hezo, and welcome back to the Blacktop, where I always got next. You feel me? Game 2 in the books. Hawks dropped Game 2 to the Heat. Heat fans, y'all definitely got me, man. Y'all went crazy in the comments in my last video. Heat fans coming at my neck. Hawks is gonna get swept. Hawks are gonna lose in 5. They got no chance in the series. So I see where y'all coming from. So I'm gonna take my L on this one. So before I dive into everything, as always, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm on my way to my first 200 subscribers, so help your boy out. And let's get right into it. So I do want to just acknowledge real quick, I do read every comment that y'all post. I really just don't have the time to sit there and respond to every single comment and get into a debate and all that. I just ain't got time for all that, man. But I do read every comment, and I appreciate all the, the feedback and everything, and everybody chiming in, whether it's, y'all coming at me or Hawks fans coming to my defense. Look, man, it's all the love of the game, and I love basketball, so, as a fan, I'm okay with it. I want all the smoke, so if y'all want to come at me in the comments, I'm cool with it. You know what I mean? All your Heat fans, everybody coming at me, I'm good with it, man. This is why I love the game, the competitive spirit of the fans. So the first game 2 was about Jimmy Butler, man. Jimmy Butler was the storyline of this game, and there's really no other way to slice it. When you look at the way this game is, and it was way more competitive. I will say, this game was way more competitive, and I knew it was going to be. I knew it was going to be a blowout. I think the Heat did end up winning by, 10? Which, it was getting away from Atlanta a little bit. It was getting away from Atlanta, down 16, and then we did fight back in the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, Jimmy Butler he was too much, man. He was getting whatever he wanted out there, whether it was getting to the line, shooting. He shot 4 for 7 from 3. Playing defense, man, just getting whatever you wanted. And that was really the storyline of this game. When I look at this Heat defense, Miami Heat defense is different, man. I will say, I give all the credit to the Miami Heat defense in this game. Obviously, as well as Jimmy Butler going bananas for 45. They really, even though Trey had a better game, when you really look at the box score, Trey didn't have a good game. They were frustrating the hell out of Trey the entire game. He had 10 turnovers. That's just not going to get it done. And on top of the 10 turnovers, Trey did shoot 2 for 10 from 3. And again, that's not going to get it done. Trey's got to be better. He had 25 for the game, but in my opinion, that's not a good Trey game, even with 25 points, 10 turnovers, 2 for 10 from 3. I was on Twitter at halftime looking at everything, and there was a lot of calls. And again, I said it in my last video, there was a lot of calls that I'm thinking, what the hell is that, man? Like the call to start the fourth quarter, or not the fourth quarter, start the second half, when Jimmy Butler was on a fast break and DeAndre Hunter got that foul call, that was one of the softest calls I've ever seen. I don't care what you say, no matter if you're a Heat fan, Hawks fan, Cavs fan, Warriors fan, that was one of the softest calls I've ever seen. That was not a foul, and I don't care what anybody says. It brushed him, and they called a foul on that. But the lack of calls and all that shit, that wasn't the reason that this game got away from the Hawks. It was bad defense by letting Jimmy Butler go crazy and turnovers. And you have to credit the Miami defense in that. There's no other way to slice it. They frustrated Trey. Gallo was non-existent. He did absolutely nothing after having a decent game last game. John Collins played decently well in his second game back from injury. DeAndre Hunter played relatively well. He didn't really shoot well from 3, but he was still getting to the rim. And real quick, man, I want to point out, and I know y'all Heat fans are probably going to disagree with this, and that's fine. Because at the end of the day, man, I'm a hoops fan, and I love basketball. And this is all my opinion at the end of the day. So y'all got to keep that in mind. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's all my opinion. Kyle Lowry, man, I don't know. This dude just constantly looks for ways to get calls the wrong way. You know what I mean? Like when he's running up the court, flailing his arms and everything, running into DeAndre Hunter, looking for a call, and then you're going to get mad that you don't get it. Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, that's not basketball. And Kyle Lowry is a really good player, man. He's going to probably be a Hall of Famer someday. He's a champion. And he's just a pest, and I think the way he looks for calls and everything is just the wrong way to do it. Getting into it with DeAndre Hunter, flailing your arms and all that, man, that's just bad basketball. Nobody wants to watch that shit. That's besides the point. Back to the, what I was originally saying before. But I did have to add that. Bogdanovich looked great in the second half, man. He really was the whole reason why Atlanta got back into this game. That was my biggest takeaway from the Atlanta perspective, that Bogdanovich got hot, really carried Atlanta in the fourth quarter. He was the only offense that they were getting. I think it was, like 19 points that Bogdanovich had in the fourth quarter. So again, he was really the only offense that Atlanta was finding in the fourth quarter, and was the only reason why they got back in the game. But wasn't enough because Jimmy Butler was just too much in the second half. When he hit that, when it was a 4-point game, and he hit that, I think it was a 4-point game at the time, and he hit that fading three, with I think it put it to like a minute and a half left at that point, that fading three almost on the baseline in the corner. Man, my reaction was just like, son of a bitch. How do you hit that shot if you're Jimmy Butler? I mean, credit to him, man. He played a hell of a game, and shout out to Jimmy Butler, man. He played so well that game. There was nothing that he could have did wrong. Tyler Hero had a pretty good bounce back game. I think he had 15. Duncan Robinson was nowhere to be found. Like I said in the last video, he's one of them guys that he's so streaky, but he only played 7 minutes, and that's probably not good for his confidence. I don't even think he attempted a shot, but they were still able to weather the storm. Atlanta had the lead a couple times, but just was not able to pull away. Miami was just too much on defense. Real quick, man, I want to say, Gabe Vincent, he is so solid on defense. I did not know that kid can play defense like that. And I watched every game for the Hawks versus Heat this year, and I knew he was a solid defender, but man, he was in Trey's ass. He was not giving him an ounce of space, a menace, and you can tell that they were getting under Trey's skin. And they were frustrating the hell out of Trey, and that's why he got teed up, which to me was kind of bullshit, because you had what's his name, PJ Tucker, arguing 3-4 calls in a row, screaming at the referee. He doesn't get a tee, but the moment Trey says one thing, and he gets a technical for it. Come on, man, like that is just, I get it, but at the same time, man, if you're gonna call it one way, you're gonna call that tee on Trey. Why would you not tee up PJ Tucker for screaming at the referee? And I know it probably depends on the context and all that of what was said, but still, man, come on. Tough game for the Hawks. They really were in position to win the game. They cut it to 4 in the fourth quarter, but just could not weather the Jimmy Butler storm. He had that steal, that late steal that really was a big play in the game. Just sloppy turnovers for Atlanta. Lazy inbound passes that were leading to steals. So credit Miami defense again, man. They showed out. They really showed why they're the #1 team in the East. And I'll be honest with you, I underestimated them. I really thought that the Hawks were going to be able to hang in this series, but it's not looking like it. And I'm a man. I can own up to my wrong prediction, or my wrong, whatever you want to call it, because I'm still going to support my guys at the end of the day. We'll see what happens in Atlanta. The series ain't over yet, even though I know all you Heat fans in the comments are going to say the series is over, and that's fine. I get it. But the series ain't over yet. We're down 2-0. The likeliness of us winning the series is probably slim to none. But maybe let's see if we can maybe make it a series. Let's see if we can win a game at home and push it to game 4. Obviously, it's going to go 4 games at minimum. But let's see if we can win a game at home, push it to 5 games. I just don't know if I see us winning a game in Miami. Hell of a game, though, man. I really did enjoy watching this game, other than some of the bullshit that was going on that I seen from the referees. And I don't know, like I said, I know y'all was saying I was making excuses in the last video, but not really making excuses when I'm just pointing out what happened. I don't really know how that's an excuse, but whatever, man. Y'all say what you want in the comments. Again, I'm not going to respond to everything, but I do read them all, so I'm going to pretty much leave it there, man. Let me know what y'all think in the comments on this one. I know y'all going to have some stuff to say. Heat fans going to have some stuff to say, and that's fine. I will be back here for Game 3. I will be recording a video for Game 3. I am going to be away this weekend on vacation, but I do plan on taking my camera with me. I'm going to try and get a video recorded for Game 4 and if there is a Game 5. So be on the lookout for those. Again, I said I am doing a game recap for every game this series, so y'all come back and check it out. So I'm going to leave it there. Y'all leave a like, and I will catch y'all next episode.